Imagine waking up every day with a clear and concrete sense of purpose, unaffected by obstacles, immune to the chaos around you, and relentlessly focused on what truly matters. This level of clarity and determination might seem almost superhuman. However, it was the daily reality for one of the most influential figures in ancient history, Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. His writings, which have withstood the test of time, are not just reflections of a bygone era, but offer remarkably applicable advice on harnessing self-discipline and living a purpose-driven life. In the midst of today's constant cacophony and distractions, we are delving deep into the heart of Stoicism, exploring its principles as practical tools for leading a more disciplined and satisfying life. Stoicism teaches us how to transform adversity into opportunity, convert emotional turmoil into tranquility, and use life's unpredictability as a source of strength. Whether you are grappling with daily stress, seeking inner peace, or striving for enhanced productivity, understanding the Stoic way of life provides profound insights in a world brimming with endless distractions and immediate gratification. Stoic philosophy grounds us in the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. It emphasizes not only enduring life's challenges, but thriving in spite of them. If you are prepared to shift your perspective and approach to life's difficulties, join us as we unpack the powerful, life-changing teachings of Marcus Aurelius and how they can be applied to cultivate a disciplined and resilient life today. As we embark on this journey through the depths of Stoic philosophy and the profound wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, I have a simple request. If you find value in what we are doing, please consider subscribing. Additionally, make sure not to skip any part of this video because if you are here, you are already different from the majority. Consider yourself an exception and join us for the unique insights we will explore together. Number 1. Self-discipline begins with finding your purpose. At the core of Marcus Aurelius's philosophy is the belief that self-discipline starts with discovering your purpose. But what does it truly mean to find your purpose? It involves uncovering what truly matters to you, identifying what drives you at your essence, and aligning your daily actions with that deeper calling. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about living in harmony with nature, which in Stoic terms means understanding your role in the bigger picture and acting in line with your virtues. For Aurelius, purpose was not just an idealistic concept, but a practical guide that shaped every decision he made, from the ordinary to the significant. He believed that understanding one's purpose is what motivates you to get out of bed in the morning, ready to face the challenges of the day. It's what keeps you strong when temptations try to lead you astray. It's not about grand achievements or external recognition, but about fulfilling the responsibilities that life has given you, performing each task with devotion and honesty. In today's world, discovering your purpose can often feel overwhelming. We live in a society filled with choices and distractions that can divert us from our true paths. This is where Stoic wisdom becomes not just helpful, but essential. Stoicism teaches us to peel away the layers of superficial desires and fleeting emotions to uncover what is truly necessary for our well-being and personal growth. It encourages us to question what is truly worth our time and energy, and how our actions today can contribute to the greater good and our own development. As we explore how to apply this principle in our lives, think about what you are naturally drawn to, where you find deep satisfaction, or what challenges motivate you to find solutions. These are clues to your purpose. Once identified, the Stoic practice of daily reflection becomes invaluable. By consistently aligning your actions with your purpose, by saying no to what does not serve you and yes to what does, you nurture the self-discipline needed to live a meaningful and impactful life. Let us take this insight from Marcus Aurelius and apply it daily. Ask yourself each morning, what am I meant to do today? And each evening, have I lived in alignment with my purpose? Over time, this practice will cultivate self-discipline and transform your life into a more purposeful and fulfilling journey. Number 2. Count on yourself. When Marcus Aurelius wrote about self-discipline, he frequently addressed the importance of relying on oneself. Count on yourself goes beyond just being self-reliant. It is a fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes personal responsibility and independence. This does not mean isolating oneself or rejecting help from others. Instead, it involves acknowledging that we are ultimately accountable for our actions, reactions, and personal development. In Stoicism, the concept of focusing on what we can control is crucial. Aurelius often discussed the power of the individual in facing life's challenges. By relying on ourselves, we access our inner resilience and strength. This principle teaches us to have confidence in our abilities to navigate through uncertainties and hardships in life. To begin with, it is essential to develop competence in whatever area we seek to build confidence. This means dedicating time and effort to gaining knowledge, acquiring skills, and honing our abilities. By continuously improving ourselves, we become better equipped to face challenges and accomplish our goals. Additionally, a thorough understanding of our capacities and virtues is vital. This requires self-reflection and introspection. By recognizing our strengths and weaknesses, we can focus on leveraging our abilities while also working on areas that need improvement. This self-awareness allows us to set realistic expectations and not overestimate or underestimate our capabilities. In today's interconnected world, there is a plethora of opinions and advice readily available. However, it is crucial to discern which voices to listen to. Stoicism teaches us to filter out the noise, to rely on our reasoned judgments, and to trust our inner voice. This requires quieting the mind, cultivating self-discipline, and learning to distinguish between external influences and our own authentic desires and values. Counting on ourselves also means developing autonomy in decision-making. This involves being able to make choices that align with our values and principles, rather than being swayed by external pressures or temporary emotions. It requires the courage to stand by our convictions and to take responsibility for the consequences of our actions. Ultimately, counting on ourselves is a journey that requires continuous effort and self-reflection. It involves building competence, understanding our capacities and virtues, filtering out external noise, trusting our reasoned judgments, and developing autonomy in decision-making. By doing so, we cultivate confidence rooted in competence, self-reliance, and personal integrity, allowing us to live a life true to ourselves. It all starts with taking small steps, making promises and fulfilling them, establishing personal objectives and working towards them on our own, and pausing to think about our choices and whether they align with our fundamental beliefs. With time, these habits enhance our self-control, making us more able to cope with the difficulties that come our way and more rooted in our principles. Number 3. Consistency is highly valued in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, who passionately praised the virtue of persistence, not merely physically being present, but fully engaging with life each day with complete dedication. This commitment to showing up every day exemplifies a fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy, where the quiet yet unwavering commitment to everyday tasks forms the basis for a disciplined and purposeful life. For Aurelius, the idea of showing up daily seamlessly aligned with the Stoic principle of living in harmony with nature. To him, existence was not a passive state but a call to active participation, an invitation to contribute meaningfully to the world through consistent action, regardless of its scale or apparent significance. Each sunrise marked not just the start of a new day but a fresh opportunity to reaffirm one's loyalty to principles and responsibilities. It is within the rhythm of daily commitment, within the ebb and flow of mundane tasks, that the true strength of one's character is forged and tested. In today's fast-paced world, filled with distractions and vulnerable to fluctuating motivation, the importance of showing up every day becomes even more significant. It is all too easy to ride the wave of inspiration one moment, only to sink into inertia the next. Yet, Stoicism imparts a timeless lesson on the value of constancy. It suggests that true discipline is not found in sporadic bursts of enthusiasm, but in the unwavering continuity of our efforts. Self-mastery is not achieved through occasional acts of greatness, but through the unassuming commitment to be present and engaged each day. Whether in the pursuit of professional excellence, physical well-being, or nurturing relationships, progress depends on the unassuming yet resolute determination to consistently show up. Furthermore, the practice of showing up every day aligns with the Stoic principle of mindfulness, the art of fully dwelling in the present moment, free from the regrets of yesterday or the anxieties of tomorrow. Aurelius, in his writings, extols the virtue of focusing on the task at hand, infusing each moment with purpose and attention. In this mindful presence, the ordinary becomes sacred, and effort transforms into progress. To cultivate this discipline, one need not embark on grandiose endeavors. Rather, it begins with small yet intentional steps. Define what showing up means to you. It could be as simple as writing a single sentence of the novel you've long dreamed of writing, engaging in a short exercise session, or dedicating a few uninterrupted minutes to a loved one. The scale of the action is secondary to the act of showing up itself. With each day that witnesses the fulfillment of your commitment, you strengthen your determination and nurture the resilience inherent in Stoic philosophy. By embracing this daily ritual, you embody the Stoic principles of personal responsibility and continuous self-improvement. You become a living testament to the belief that while we may not control the outcomes that await us, we have complete power over the efforts we exert. Within the unwavering commitment to showing up lies the crucible in which the discipline necessary for a purposeful and fulfilling life is forged. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Number 4. Embrace voluntary hardship, an enduring principle championed by Marcus Aurelius that transcends mere masochism, instead serving as a potent tool for fortifying the spirit, enhancing resilience, and fostering a deeper appreciation for life's blessings. Rooted in Stoic philosophy, this practice advocates for deliberately subjecting oneself to discomfort as a means of preparing for life's inevitable vicissitudes, ensuring that when adversity strikes, one remains steadfast and composed. Voluntary hardship encompasses a spectrum of experiences, from relinquishing indulgences to confronting physical challenges or simply exercising restraint in daily choices. The underlying rationale is clear. By acclimating oneself to adversity, one hones the faculties of resilience, priming the mind to confront life's trials with equanimity. In essence, it's akin to training the muscles of fortitude, cultivating an inner strength that remains impervious to the tempests of fate. But why opt for discomfort in a world enamored with convenience? Here lies the crux of Stoic wisdom. Growth thrives at the nexus of discomfort and resilience. By willingly venturing beyond the confines of comfort, we not only test the limits of our mental and emotional endurance, but also expand them. Far from an exercise in self-flagellation, this practice reframes comfort as a luxury rather than a necessity, empowering individuals to transcend the allure of ease in pursuit of greater self-mastery. Moreover, embracing voluntary hardship fosters a profound sense of gratitude. Freed from the tyranny of entitlement, one learns to cherish life's simplest pleasures, recognizing them as gifts rather than entitlements. Whether forgoing a meal or eschewing modern conveniences, such acts serve as poignant reminders of the abundance that pervades our existence, eliciting a deep sense of gratitude for life's manifold blessings. Furthermore, voluntary hardship engenders empathy and humility by fostering a visceral connection to the struggles endured by others. In acknowledging the privilege of choice, individuals develop a heightened sensitivity to the plight of those who grapple with involuntary hardship daily, fostering a sense of solidarity and compassion that transcends personal boundaries. So, how does one incorporate this practice into daily life? Begin with modest yet deliberate steps. Embrace discomfort in manageable doses. Rise an hour earlier, curtail reliance on technology, or opt for physical exertion over convenience. The essence lies not in the magnitude of the hardship, but in the intentionality and consistency of the endeavor. With each deliberate act of discomfort, we are 1 inch closer to the pinnacle of mental fortitude and self-discipline, embodying the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Number 5. This principle distinguishes between what is and isn't within our control, urging us to focus our energy solely on the former. This seemingly simple concept can profoundly transform our approach to life's challenges, reducing anxiety and fostering a deeper sense of peace and resilience. So, what exactly is within our control? According to Stoicism, it's primarily our actions, reactions, and judgments. Our thoughts, our will, and our responses are the arenas where we have agency. Everything external, be it the weather, the actions of others, or global events, lies outside our direct control. Marcus Aurelius consistently emphasized this point in his meditations, noting that becoming upset or disturbed by things outside our control is not just futile but counterproductive to our well-being. Practicing the dichotomy of control starts with this realization. While we can influence external events, we cannot control them entirely. The Stoic learns to accept this fact not passively but as a liberating truth. By focusing on our actions and letting go of our attachment to outcomes, we can maintain our tranquility and effectiveness regardless of circumstances. This doesn't mean we become indifferent or detached from the world. Instead, we engage with it more constructively, channeling our efforts where they can make a difference. In daily life, applying the dichotomy of control means asking ourselves, is this within my control? Before reacting to any situation. If it's not, the Stoic practice is to let it go and move on. This is easier said than done, of course. It requires practice, mindfulness, and the occasional reminder to ourselves of what truly lies within our sphere of influence. Moreover, this practice has practical implications for how we set goals and expected outcomes. While we strive to achieve our goals, tying our happiness or self-worth to the realization of outcomes determined by myriad external factors is setting ourselves up for frustration. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to find satisfaction in the pursuit itself, in our adherence to our values, and in the effort we put forth. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers did not promise a life without challenges. Instead, they offered a strategy for maintaining inner peace and dignity regardless of life's highs and lows. By practicing this principle, we not only enhance our own lives, but can also influence those around us through our example of calmness and resilience in the face of life's inevitable uncertainties. Embracing the dichotomy of control involves daily reflection and a conscious effort to shift our mindset. Start by recognizing the things you often worry about. How many of these are actually within your control? Gradually, you'll learn to redirect your focus toward your actions and responses, which can make a real difference. Over time, this shift in perspective can lead to a more serene and empowered way of living, where your energy is invested in what truly matters and where you can truly have an impact. Number 6. This concept involves a profound understanding of personal responsibility and the Stoic commitment to self-mastery. Rather than succumbing to a victim mentality where one sees themselves as a passive recipient of life's hardships, Stoicism encourages us to seize control over our perceptions and reactions. This empowerment is central to the Stoic belief that our happiness and peace of mind are determined more by our internal state than by external events. The idea here isn't to deny the difficulties or injustices that one might face. Rather, it's about shifting the focus from what happens to us to how we respond to what happens. Marcus Aurelius believed that every external event comes with a choice. How will we let this define us? By refusing to play the victim, we reject the idea that our emotional well-being is at the mercy of external circumstances. This is a liberating realization that opens the door to greater personal growth and resilience. In practicing this principle, we start by observing our habitual responses to challenging situations. Do we immediately look for external factors or others to blame? Do we spend our energy complaining about the situation rather than addressing it? Changing these patterns isn't about suppressing our feelings, but rather about understanding them more deeply and redirecting our energies more constructively. It involves acknowledging our pains and disappointments while also recognizing our capacity to move forward despite them. Moreover, this Stoic teaching encourages us to see every obstacle as an opportunity to practice virtue and strengthen our character. This perspective is fundamentally proactive and empowering. It transforms potential feelings of helplessness into moments of choice where we can assert our agency. Each challenge becomes a test of our commitment to our values and an opportunity to demonstrate fortitude, perseverance, and resilience, qualities that define the Stoic ideal. By never playing the victim, we embody the Stoic ideal of emotional independence. We develop an inner fortress of calm and equanimity from which we can engage with the world more fully and freely. This doesn't mean becoming emotionless or indifferent, but rather achieving a state where our happiness isn't easily disrupted by the ups and downs of life. In this way, we live not at the whim of our circumstances but in alignment with our deepest principles, regardless of what life throws our way. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Number 7. Marcus Aurelius fervently upheld this principle not merely as a personal discipline but as a gateway to profound freedom and enduring fulfillment. Within the Stoic framework, mastering impulses through delayed gratification isn't synonymous with denying oneself pleasure but rather signifies attaining a loftier form of contentment, one that resonates with one's values and long-range aspirations. In the Stoic lexicon, delayed gratification entails a deliberate deferral of immediate desires in pursuit of loftier, more enduring rewards. It involves making choices that eschew instant gratification in favor of outcomes that promise sustained well-being and personal development. This ethos assumes heightened relevance in our contemporary milieu of instantaneity, where the capacity to postpone gratification heralds a rare and invaluable skill set. For Stoic luminaries like Aurelius, the practice of delayed gratification was intrinsically linked to the mastery of one's desires. They warned against the perils of succumbing to transient pleasures, cautioning that such capitulation could engender a loss of autonomy, rendering one beholden to caprices and whims. Instead, by exercising judicious restraint and aligning actions with reason and foresight, individuals forge a path toward a life not defined by ephemeral indulgences, but characterized by enduring tranquility and contentment. The integration of delayed gratification into daily existence commences with incremental adjustments in behavior. It might entail opting to save rather than splurge impulsively, selecting nourishing fare over fast food, or dedicating time to honing a craft or skill rather than surrendering to immediate leisure pursuits. Each such decision serves as a testament to the Stoic precept of privileging long-term benefits over transient comforts or pleasures. Moreover, the dividends of this practice are manifold. Insights gleaned from psychological research corroborate the Stoic contention, linking delayed gratification to enhanced outcomes across various domains, including career advancement, educational attainment, physical well-being, and interpersonal relationships. Individuals adept at postponing immediate gratification tend to exhibit greater resilience in the face of adversity, manifest heightened efficacy in goal attainment, and carve pathways toward lives imbued with vitality and fulfillment. Number 8. This concept transcends simply disregarding negative feedback. It's about nurturing a mental resilience that enables you to remain unwavering in your convictions and focused on your objectives, even when faced with doubt and skepticism from others. For Stoics, the approval or disapproval of others lies outside one's control and therefore shouldn't serve as the basis for personal validation or guidance. Marcus Aurelius extensively discussed focusing solely on actions and opinions within one's control, stressing that genuine peace emanates from within and cannot be unsettled by external judgments. This Stoic indifference doesn't advocate for disregarding others, but for maintaining an internal locus of control. It urges us to filter out noise that doesn't serve our higher purposes or align with our values. Practically, disregarding naysayers is crucial in our contemporary world, saturated with opinions where criticism is often just a click away. It involves recognizing that while constructive feedback can be beneficial for growth, unfounded criticism shouldn't derail us from our chosen path. This distinction is pivotal. Stoicism instructs us to assess the source and intent of the criticism we encounter. Is it informed? Is it well-intentioned? Does it resonate with our core values? Furthermore, embracing this principle entails constructing a personal philosophy resilient enough to withstand external pressures. It's about being assured in your decisions and actions, not from a place of arrogance, but from a profound comprehension of your own values and aspirations. This is what Marcus Aurelius practiced daily, not merely as a ruler, but as a human being striving for virtue in a complex world. The capacity to disregard naysayers also bolsters our emotional resilience, rendering us less reactive to adverse opinions and more focused on our long-term vision. In a culture often fixated on social validation, the ability to step outside this cycle and remain authentic to oneself is both rare and potent. By embracing the Stoic practice of disregarding naysayers, we not only safeguard our mental space, but also actively select where to invest our emotional energy. It's about not allowing external clamor to distract us from our internal dialogue, the one that authentically shapes our lives. Number 9. Embedded within this concept is the profound belief that much of our learning and personal evolution stems from keen observation and reflection upon the lives of those who have exemplified virtues we aspire to cultivate. Emulating sagacious individuals isn't merely about imitation. It's a deliberate endeavor to glean insights from their experiences, thereby enriching our character and discernment. Marcus Aurelius, notwithstanding his imperial stature, frequently extolled the virtues of individuals, past and present, whose qualities he esteemed. For him, and indeed for Stoics at large, wisdom transcended theoretical knowledge, manifesting as a pragmatic compass for virtuous living, a blueprint best deciphered through the actions and deeds of those who have effectively applied these principles. Within the Stoic paradigm, the act of selecting whom to emulate entails a discerning recognition of individuals who embody the cardinal virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These paragons may span epochs, historical luminaries, contemporaries of note, or inhabit the realms of fiction and literature, exemplifying resilience, ethical rectitude, and reasoned deliberation. Central to this pursuit is the quest for figures whose lives furnish a roadmap for confronting adversities with poise and fortitude. Implementing this precept in contemporary life necessitates a deliberate curation of role models whose values resonate with our aspirations. It transcends mere adulation, impelling us to critically scrutinize how these exemplars navigate life's labyrinth, make pivotal decisions, and weather storms of adversity. This practice prompts introspection. What facets of their ethos or mindset can I assimilate into my journey to elevate my conduct and choices? Moreover, emulating wise exemplars serves to bridge the chasm between abstract philosophical tenets and practical application. It furnishes tangible exemplars of how Stoic principles can be actualized, rendering these ideals not only accessible but compelling, as we witness their palpable impact upon the lives of those we hold in esteem. In the pursuit of an emulation of wise mentors, we engage in a dynamic process of learning and self-refinement. It embodies a proactive ethos of personal development, reaffirming our dedication to growth and moral excellence. Enveloped within the aura of virtuous influences, we set an elevated standard for our conduct and decisions, propelling ourselves inexorably toward the pinnacle of wisdom and virtue we aspire to embody. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Number 10. This practice isn't simply about recounting events, but entails a profound and reflective examination of one's thoughts, actions, and responses throughout the day. It's about discerning whether these behaviors align with one's values and Stoic virtues, such as wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. This introspective process is crucial because it serves as a feedback loop that helps one become more conscious of their actions and decisions. For Stoics, the purpose of this daily review isn't to dwell on mistakes or indulge in self-criticism, but to observe and adjust. It's about learning from each day's experiences and using that knowledge to continuously refine oneself. Marcus Aurelius employed this technique as a means to ensure that he was not only fulfilling his duties as an emperor, but also evolving as a philosopher and human being. Incorporating this practice into modern life can be incredibly beneficial. It encourages us to conclude each day with a moment of quiet reflection. During this time, you can ask yourself several key questions. How did I respond to challenges today? Did I act by my principles? What could I have handled better? Were there moments where I lost control, and if so, why? Reflecting on these questions helps you to develop greater self-awareness and guides you in living a more deliberate life. Moreover, this practice can foster a sense of peace and closure at the end of each day. It allows one to address any lingering thoughts or stresses by confronting them directly rather than carrying them into the next day. This can be especially powerful in our fast-paced world, where it's easy to lose sight of our deeper goals amidst daily distractions and pressures. By honestly reviewing your day, you engage in a form of self-accountability that is both gentle and rigorous. It's about recognizing your strengths and acknowledging areas for improvement without judgment. This Stoic habit builds resilience and wisdom as it teaches you to be both the student and teacher in your life's journey, constantly learning from your own experiences and striving to embody the virtues that define Stoicism. Over time, this practice can transform not only how you perceive your days, but also how you live your life, bringing you closer each day to the ideals you hold dear. Don't forget to like and share this video with friends whom you think will be inspired by the Stoic principles, and subscribe to our channel to not miss any videos that will help you become more steadfast and resilient in life. Let's continue this journey together by watching the next videos displayed at the end of this video. And remember, every day, every step leads towards self-improvement and contributes to creating a better world.